Okay.
Okay, good evening all. It's Wednesday evening, so it's 7 p.m. and it's time for your Strictly Teaching tonight again. Second part of our Viennese Waltz. We were on again last night, just to repeat Monday nights. We hope for those of you joining us that you're fairly okay with those the bars that we did on Monday night. And what we're going to do tonight is actually go straight into the next piece for you. But firstly,
That's okay. Just trying to get them to work it.
Firstly, what we're going to do is our usual house rules, the disclaimer. You do this at your own risk. So make sure that all those chairs, sofas, tables are all out of the way. No slippy carpets are there for you, and just make sure that you've got a drink on the side ready for yourselves. Toilets are on the left as ever, both ladies and gents, and we shall make a start, but just make sure that everything is safe for you and the pets are out of the way as well. So, you know, you're not going to get tripped up with the cat or the dog, or they're not going to get kicked.
It's the good old dancing at your own risk.
Yes, it is, at your own risk. So,
should we just say a few hellos just while
yes,
a few more might be coming on?
Hellos, and I'll just give you a little bit more of history. Johann Strauss, as things were moving on to the early part of the 19th century, one of the big things for him was his travelling. He was taking his orchestra all over Europe, and one of the best invitations as far as he was concerned came from then the young Princess Victoria.
Ooh.
Okay, and she invited him to Britain to perform in London, and she had one or two things in mind for herself, but she loved the music and she loved the dancing. But just prior to him arriving in the UK in April 1838, the royal household had a visit, and it came from the Archbishop of Canterbury. And he was absolutely appalled that the royal family would invite this person over that, as far as they were concerned, was absolutely dreadful. The idea of people coming together in holding each other, dancing, was just something that the church couldn't cope with. And he pleaded with the royal family to cancel the visit and stop Johann Strauss and his orchestra coming into the UK, because he thought that he would actually turn the minds of the general population into a downward spiral. Yeah, you never know, do you? Of course, it didn't work, and as you can see today, it didn't. But the young princess was having none of it. But the interesting factor was that when he did arrive at the very beginning of April 1838, between April and July, he had performed 70 balls in London alone. Okay, he was that popular. And the interesting factor was that as he moved around the country, he went to stately homes as well, who had ballrooms. And yes, you could get a ticket. Now, the average price of a ticket was 10 shillings and sixpence to get into one of these balls to see Johann Strauss and his orchestra. Now, in modern day money, that worked out at somewhere close to between roughly 80 and 100 pounds.
Wow.
To get in. And of course, at that stage, Johann Strauss and his orchestra hadn't realised just how much money they were charging. So when he did find out what the populace were paying to get in and see him, he soon altered his contracts. So he got more of the money to pay his orchestra. But by the time July came, yes, there was dissension in the orchestra because they'd been travelling for so long that some of them wanted to go home. And the only way you could keep them in the UK was to pay them more money. What did happen though, that by the time he got to July, The princess as such, she was coming up close to actually becoming the queen. So he did a ball at what was Buckingham House. It wasn't called Buckingham Palace then, it was called Buckingham House. And he was the entertainment with his orchestra at her coronation ball. We'll leave it there for the moment. She wants to say a few hellos, I'm sure. She's desperate to say hello to everybody.
It's before they go off the screen and I don't see them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So on YouTube, because
Yes,
the Facebook people might not know the YouTube people,
right.
we've got Christine and John in Walkington, East Yorkshire,
All right, yes.
and looking forward to the next lesson.
Okay.
We've got Cheryl and John in Exmouth. We've got Nick Taylor saying hello from Sheffield.
All right,
Do you
okay.
want to say hello to them?
Hello, everybody. Yes.
We've got Brenda from
Yes,
Devon.
Dan and Devon. Hello, Brenda.
Melvin and Marilyn from Horsham, they're ready.
All right, okay. Ready to...
Yeah. We've got Caroline and Bob in Norfolk.
Oh, there's a good spread tonight.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Stephanie and David from Yorkshire. And good afternoon to you both. Isn't that delightful? From Dave and Vicky from Ontario. Yeah.
Yes.
So there are YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
I know not everybody can comment. I think you have to
Yes.
be able to sign in to comment on YouTube.
Yeah.
On Facebook tonight, hello everybody. Let's have a little look. Just to the people who've mentioned. The Tods. I'm sorry, I always call you that. I know, it's because he always comes up as Michael and it always confuses me.
Yeah.
So that's why I always say the Todd.
Yeah.
Andrew Rudy, hi Andrew.
Hello, Andrew.
Pat and Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Pamela from Pam and Jim again. Stuart Drakeman's joining us.
All right. Yes, Stuart.
Gail, she's got her shades on. Leslie Seddon, hi everybody. Joe and Matt. Mary from Dublin. Gloria from Budley Salterton. I'm glad she says that because I love Budley Salterton.
Is that Yorkshire?
That's that. No, I hope it's not. I'm thinking it's Devon.
Oh,
Isn't it that beautiful place with a little trickling brook? Let us know.
Oh,
Let us know,
sure.
Gloria, if we've got the right place. Linford and Kathy. Yes, it's been sunny here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Carol. It says hello from Carol, and then hello from the other Carol. Liz and Alan can't make tonight, but they promised to catch up for Friday.
Right. Okay.
And so yeah, keep your comments coming in. We love seeing everybody online, don't
Yes.
we? Right. Okay. Onward. Oh, and Liz just coming from Dublin.
Right.
Christine and Ian. I love that. Just shorthand. C and I. Oh yeah. Pat says. Mike says great history, Phil. All the better with the oohs and the ahs from the audience. Well, oh hi, Robert Campbell, Jean and Robert from Bangor.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So at home, we hope, when we ask you a question here, we hope you're answering at home. Because we imagine you all, we want you to talk to us
Yes.
at home. Not necessarily typing it out a comment, but just respond to us if we ask. I know we can't hear you, but just feel like you're talking to us. Charmouth, Dorset. That sounds nice. Andrea Harfield.
Oh,
Yeah, lovely.
okay. Do you want me to switch you on?
Yes, please.
Okay. There we go. That was easy.
Okay, so that's a bit better, isn't it? So we're going to do
Schmetterlings.
Schmetterlings. Does anybody know? I know somebody said they knew what this was because they wrote it on that. So
Was it Brenda?
I can't remember who it
It might have
was.
been
Somebody
Brenda.
said that they knew what it. They wrote it on.
So Schmetterling in German is?
Butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to think of the opening and closing of those beautiful wings of a butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do a forward Schmetterling, a forward Schmetterling, try to say that, and a backward Schmetterling. We're going to start with the forward ones.
Yes.
Should we do it together or should we do it apart? It makes more sense together, doesn't it?
That's it.
So you might not be able to see our feet. Let's just move forward a little bit. So we finished the
Box waltz.
box waltz in this situation, and we're going to get ready, preparing with just a few pendulums. We'll get to that so we'll do the Schmetterling first. So we are going to take a right to left hand hold. We're going to go slight feet closed. It doesn't matter where they are too much at the moment. And we're going to take a step down the room on the outside foot. So forward on follower's right foot, forward on leader's left, line of dance. We are then going to take the back foot through, turn it to diagonal, slightly away from partner, which means the centre arm comes through because your back is turned to diagonal. Then we're going to close back foot to front foot on a diagonal. Okay? Then we're going to take the front foot, move line of dance, and take that back foot to face partner. And if we're doing a forward schmetterling, I can't say that, palm to palm, because we know we're going to go out again and close the feet. Okay, and then we repeat it to do a forward one. So we're going to come a bit closer so we can get it in. You have to trust that we're doing the same thing with our feet. So our feet are together. We're going to take a walk down, line of dance, forward. We're going to step to the side, turning to diagonal. We're going to close the foot. So our centre is in a diagonal away from partner. Our arms come through the middle. We're going to take a step to line of dance. We're going to take a side step to face partner. Do a palm to palm and do a close. And you can look at your partner at that point. Hello. And we're going to do the same thing again with very, very tiny steps. We're going to do a forward line of dance, to diagonal, close, forward, a side, and on the second one, we're going to go into hold. Okay, we did our feet quite precisely there, which meant we travelled a bit more than we will be when we dance to music later. Just so you know what the feet are doing. So it's forward, side, close, forward, side, close, forward, side, close, forward, side, close. Okay, let's do it once more. Okay, ready, and forward, side, close, forward, side, close, forward, side, close, forward, side, close. Okay, so in terms of what our arms are doing, we've got an open hold to start with. We go into an open hold, not back to back, that's too far, and then we go into an open hold, but parallel shouldered with a checking action with palm to palm. We go through again to an open hold, and then we're going to go step, side, close into closed position, but our traditional waltz, Viennese Waltz closed position, i.e. slightly apart. I'm just going to come and see, just in case anyone said, can you just do that bit again?
Okay, so while she's looking, I'll give you a little bit more history.
Well, let me know if that's okay, people. While he's giving me the history, just let me know whether that's all right. Give me a little heart or
the
thing.
second, he was born in 1825, and very quickly, as he started to grow up, he was musically minded, and he wanted to play the violin like his father. And secretly, he started to play a violin when he was about 5 or 6 years of age. And his father forbid him from playing it, because he didn't want him to have the kind of lifestyle he had, as he said at the time, going from hand to mouth, because his early days of Johann Strauss I, it was difficult trying to earn money as a musician. So he didn't want his son to be a musician, but he was desperate to play the violin. So what his mother did, typical of mothers, she actually spoke to Johann Strauss the father. She spoke to his lead violinist in the orchestra and asked him would he give her son private lessons, and he did, behind the father's back. And this went on for a very long time, right into Johann Strauss Jr., into his mid-teens, without the father knowing. There you go. Is what mothers get up to. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got hearts coming in from YouTube. We've also got Linda and David from, is it Dunfermline? I'm guessing there, saying hi.
Where from?
I'm thinking, I know it's Scotland. I want to say Dunfermline.
Does it say Dunfermline?
No. I'm guessing. Just hi from David and Linda.
Mm-hmm.
Avril says that's okay. And we've got Avril and Terry watching from Carlisle.
Right.
So my phone just turned off again.
Well, it looks like people have got that.
Yeah,
quite
I've got hearts
comfortable
coming in.
Yes.
One more step and we will be in your something. I
Yeah,
can't
well,
read the rest yet.
yes.
Probably patio. Meddy's watching from North Wales. Right, okay. Oh, I've got it all now, the ball popped up. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, in your conservatory. Martin and Anna again, Chelmsford. Howard's back, okay. Katie's here. Lovely. Looks like most people are managing to come on now. Fantastic. Okay. Celia back from East Sussex again.
Hello, Celia.
Let us know what it's like down there. Is it gorgeous weather? It's been lovely up here.
Yes.
I might be a bit burnt. Got a few freckles.
Oh, there we go. So,
Forward schmetting. Let's do it a little bit more now with the rhythm of the dance. Obviously, we've done it quite slowly. So it's our 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay. So a little bit quicker, not too quick. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay. So we've got our 4 going down. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And at the end of the 4, we're going to take hold. Let's try it again. Ready? And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, if you were leading this, if you're doing it ad-libbing, leader, if you do the palm to palm, it means we're going to do another one. So you keep doing the palm to palm until you decide leader.
Leaders, my right to my partner's left hand is that I'm taking her to make a turn,
Yeah.
and I'm bringing my hand back through to face me. So I'm initiating
It's the back
movement.
It's not the arm separately to the back, it's the whole, the centre is turning out and in, and that arm is staying toned, as we said, with that back all the way through. So we'll try it again. Ready? And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, should we try it to music?
Yes.
What home you went? Yes.
Also, just as we're dancing it, you'll also recognise that we're quite flat. The feet, you know,
Yeah.
we're not actually going up on our toes. It's quite flat. There's no rise and fall.
Yeah, but 1 or 2 said they need a bigger room. We are doing it. This must be 7 foot. Bit more?
Maybe 7 or 8 feet.
That's it. I mean, we're going to reduce it shortly, but we've shown you the steps.
If you were in a bigger hall, for instance,
Oh,
could
you'd
stretch
move
right
this
out, move it
all
right
the way down the room.
Yes.
But in the actual dances they may not have done that either.
Oh, no,
it may have been very compact
compact
because
in,
it's
in,
so...
in a packed ballroom, it would have been quite congested, really.
Yeah.
So,
Right, we're going to do Blue Danube. I'll do it halfway through. If I can. There we are.
straight into
Yeah, I'm going to turn it up a bit. Ready? Here we go. And. Okay, and again. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? Are we okay? Let's have a look. Neil's having a bit of trouble with the leading.
All right.
How honest, Jane.
Is that something new?
Yeah, if I had a penny. Let's have a look. What's the name of the waltz? This isn't a sequence waltz. This is just a traditional Viennese waltz.
Viennese waltz.
We are putting it together into a routine of sorts,
Yes.
but it's just intended for a bit of fun,
Yes.
really. This
Yeah.
one.
And what we're doing with this Viennese, traditional Viennese, we're actually just giving you a taster of it because there is so much more involved with it. Okay?
We're okie dokie. Right, so, how are we doing for time? Okay, 20 past. So that's a forward Schmetterling. So the forward one, the key to the forward one is that. Okay, so just remember, if leader does that, it's going to be another forward one. So
Yes. So it's almost as I come together there, I'm
pushing it out again. So it's not going to be more like a permanent hold. Okay, so that means forward one. So to go through, if we do it minute, forward, and it's one of those, it comes out again, so I know it's keeping going forward until it gets to a stage where we put it up for a hold, or a backward one. So, forward Schmetterling. We're also going to do a backward Schmetterling. Ooh. So, we start it off the same because you can't start backwards. So you do need to go forwards. Also, leader can see whether there's room to do it. So we start off forward exactly the same, but when we meet each other, it keeps it low, palm up, and I take hold. And I know from there, it's going to go backwards. Then it's going to come through the middle, we're going to stay going backwards. And in this case, we're going to take a hold. Okay, so it's the same length, unsurprisingly, as the first one. So in our little routine, we're going to do a forward one, we're going to do something else, we're going to do a backward one coming back again. So it all fits in this area. So a backward one again, we go through, we take the hand, and I can see it nice and early, we do a step backwards and another step backwards to take up hold. Okay, I can already hear you saying what you're doing with your feet. I can telepathically hear you saying it. So, the first 3 steps are exactly the same. Forward, side, close. We'll do it quite slowly. We're going to step forward to line of dance. We're going to do a side step to face partner, but we're going to keep this hand low this time. And just for a second, you might find you've got a double hand hold, but only for a second. We're going to close the feet, change the weight, and we're going to step back to line of dance on followers, right foot, leaders, left foot. We're going to do a backward step, turning out, diag to centre against line of dance, it would be, diag wall against line of dance, so we're backwards on a diagonal. Our arm has come through because our back has turned, and we're going to close. So we end up on the diagonal, don't overturn it, it's too far. We're going to step back to line of dance, tiny steps. We're going to step to the side to face partner. And in this situation, we're going to close in hold. Should we do that again? So we're going to do forward, side, close, which are small. Okay, wait for it. We're going to do a forward, side, close, change weight. Follow, we're going to go backwards, line of dance on your right foot, leader backwards, line of dance on your left foot. You're the left foot. You're the left foot.
Oh, I'm going this way now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm well ahead of you. Just, come on, let's go.
This is so rehearsed. We're going to step back on the diagonal. I'm going to close. We're going to step back, side, close. Should do it quicker.
Yes.
So it's forward, side, close, forward, side, close, back, side, close, back, side, close.
Leaders, when you're going to bring your partner into hold,
yes,
you need to make sure that this left hand comes up early for her. Okay?
yes.
So as we go down the room with 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. You're going to go into hold. As you're opening out, you need to get that left hand up early for her to come, so she knows she's coming.
It's a much easier lead into hold at the end compared to the forward ones, because you have to actually adopt the hold. But I can just follow that hand up. So we'll try the backward ones again. Here we go, ready, and forward, side, close, forward, side, close, back, side, close, back, side, close. Okay, and the whole thing keeps moving back down the room. Some people, when they do the backward one, want to come forward again. They've got to imagine the room will all be travelling round anti-clockwise. So you're going to stay with the flow of the traffic.
So leading this, leaders, just like with the forward one, as I take my hand through, with the backward ones, as I come through here now, I've got to make sure I turn my partner early.
Yeah, but you're turning your back and your frame.
Yes.
So don't think just arm,
No,
think
it's through the frame.
all the frame. Frame is connected, tone all the way through this dance. And we don't normally try and say so much about the arms, but it really is important in this dance. Okay, another backward one. Obviously these are much harder. Ready, and forward, and back, and back. Okay, and obviously you can do a mixture of both, but in our little routine, we're going to do a forward one, we're going to show you something at the end to get ready, and we're going to do a backward one to come back to where we started. One last backward one. Here we go, we're all going to have a go. Ready, and forward, and back, and back. Okay, let me know how that went. So heart went really well, like, okay, little sad face if it all went to pot.
So, whilst you're just looking, I'll give you a little bit more information. As you can imagine, when Johann Strauss, the father, found out that his son had been getting private lessons from his very own lead violinist, he went absolutely berserk. He was so upset about it that although he kept his lead violinist because he was such a good musician, of course, at that stage, Johann being well into his teens, he wasn't going to be able to stop him carry on as a musician, and they didn't speak for quite some time. But by the time Johann was 17 or 18, he'd actually started assembling musicians to form his own orchestra. And by the time he was 19, he was going round venues in Vienna trying to get them to open up to him to allow him to play with his orchestra. But the problem was, many of those venues had also been opening up to his father, and they didn't want to upset his father. So quite a lot of places rejected the young Johann and his orchestra and wouldn't allow him to perform, except one place he went to was a place called the Brunnmeier Casino, which was on the sort of the suburbs of Vienna. They did actually allow him to come and play just after his 19th birthday, really, and he went down a storm, an absolute storm, of which his father was absolutely furious about, because now his son was his competition.
Okay. Yes, all good. We had two little sad faces.
Two little sad
faces.
Is that to do with Johann arguing with his
No,
father?
I don't think so. I think it was the dance.
Oh, right, okay.
But what I think we'll do, if we put it into context, most people were okay. So I think if we put it into context, it might make more sense. And I think it might click a little bit better. So we did our first section on Monday, and we'll do a quick walkthrough of that shortly. What we're going to do at the end of that section is get to a position where we're just going to do a few pendulums, just to get ready, and you will hear in the music.
We go straight into a box waltz.
After the box waltz, yeah. So we've gone around, and we've ended here. We're going to do a few pendulums, and then we're going to go into the Schmetterling. Okay? I think when you're ready to do this. So we're going to do a forward one, into hold at the bottom, just like we did earlier on. So forward, and forward, and forward, and forward, hold. Here, remember that box waltz we did on part one, if you were here? If not, don't worry, we're going to do, I think 4, but I think we do have...
Because it'll be a count of 8 to finish it.
Yeah, we've got a 4 and a 4, so we've got another 4 bars. But leader, this time, you're going to start backwards on your left foot. Followers, we start forward on our right foot. And this is very characteristic of the traditional Viennese. Okay, so we're going to go through partners, feet, followers with our right foot. And it's always natural turns at the moment. And we're basically going to go all the way around till we face the other way. So,
And leaders, just remember, because you're going backwards, this time you're going to bring your partner
Yeah,
into you
breathe in,
first.
so I know to go forwards. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, but we're going to stay there, 4, 2, 3. So only enough, it's not fully quarter turns now, we're probably eighths, I haven't worked it out. Just to prepare ourselves, ready to go back the other way. And that is also what they used to do.
Mhm.
So you would just use the basics just to prepare yourself to motor off again. So this time we're going to do a backward Schmetterling. So we start it forward, so forward, but then we take the hand and we go back and we go back, 2, 3. And then we're going to do the same thing. Leader going back on the right foot, left foot, left foot. Follow going forward on the right foot through his feet. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. In this situation, we're going to stay back where we are. Okay?
I think we need to do 2.
Yeah, we'll do it. Let's just do that again. So we're going to do a forward Schmetterling for 4 bars, rotate round for 4 bars, backward Schmetterling for 4 bars, rotate for 4 bars. Let's try that. So it's all in 8 still. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 2, 3. Okay, when the music comes on, it's always phrased slightly different. That's what I can see. You're worried about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, let's just do that first. Okay, so if you want to watch again, have a watch. If you want to have a go, have a go. We're going to do a forward one down the room, rotate, a backward one coming back, rotate. Okay, here we go, ready, and forward, 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 and round, and get ready. Here we go, and forward, and back. Rotate round, and round, and round, and round, 2, 3. Okay, let's try it again. Ready, and forward, 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 into hold, and natural turns, keep turning, get ready, and forward, and back, into hold, go round, get ready, 2, 3. Okay, should we try that with music?
Yes.
Now again, we're just trying it in 8s because it fits with the 8s. When we do it to different tracks, it's going to be slightly different, the way it's phrased. So you just adapt it. You just wait for the phrase to go off. When we dance it later on all the way through, it will make more sense. So if we just start it in the middle again, but we'll try and keep it in 8s. Can we just turn that up a bit? It's a bit quiet, I think. Are we ready? Here we go. And forward. And forward. Round we go. Let it breathe. And forward. And back. And round. Okay, you can feel how it works with the music. We happen to find a phrase there that was clear 8s. Here we go, ready, and forward, round, backward one, let's keep going, ready, forward one, backward one, or not. It finished. Ooh. Right. Oh, Thomas. Oh my God. Now I've lost it. Should we do it again?
Yes.
Okay, let's just have a little look. Lovely, lovely looking. Oh no, no, we've lost it. Okay, yeah, let's do it to music again. Again, I'm just going to find somewhere in the middle of the track. Here we go. You can feel it. You wouldn't start now, would you? Wait for the phrase. And here we go. So you would wait there, I think. Yeah. So you see, I've used a different track. So we're going to wait for the Blue Danube shortly. We're into Voices of Spring. But because it's phrased very slightly differently, we use the music to tell us when to go next. So it's not always cut and dried as to where it is. Should we try it once more?
Yes. Yeah.
Should we try Voices of Spring again? A little bit of that one?
We can do, yes.
Here we go. Ready? And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and so you would keep going now. You can feel the phrase starting again, backward. Wait. I was going to start that or not. Okay, let us know, does that make sense? Before we move on too much, let us know, everybody. So give us as you know the drill now, give us a heart if it's going okay, give us a little thumbs up if it's, if you need a bit more practice maybe, and a little sad face if it's all gone horribly wrong. Oh no, I've got a sad face. Oh, I thought it was all going to be hunky-dory. Michelle's okay.
Yeah.
Carol's okay. Just see the ones I think I'm friends with on Facebook are popping and showing me their face.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good. Jane and Neil. Oh no, another sad face.
All right.
Let's have a look. It's one or the other. It's hearts or sad faces.
Mm-hmm.
Got it eventually. Thank you both. Tom on YouTube. Okay, so shall we start to put it together?
Yes.
There isn't really any more than that. We're just going to do that bit. That's it. Someone just said they're dizzy. Hopefully, the Schmetterlings go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So you go left and right. It's just the natural turns that you're doing for...
The Schmetterlings really shouldn't get dizzy with the Schmetterling. And the fact that you're doing the box waltzes, you shouldn't really get dizzy with the box
We're
waltz.
only at the moment doing quarter or eighth turns.
Quarter or eighth turns, you shouldn't get dizzy
So
with
have to have a little think, and if you do find you stay dizzy, tell us on which bit,
Yes.
and we might be able to help. Right, so should we have a little walk through what time are we? 22, it's okay. So should we just go a very quick walk through the beginning,
Yes.
and then how it would fit in afterwards. So what on earth was the beginning? Just going to see if it's... Okay, so we did our pendulums, our side pendulums. We did 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ladies underarm turn. Then we rotated clockwise for a count of 8, so it's 8 bars. Then we did the, going straight into the checks. So you're checking on 3, out on 4, checking again on 5, and then come into me, partner with a close and change weight. I don't know if Liz, you're watching tonight, but I'll go through that bit in a minute. Then we've got our 4 quarter turns rotating right. So 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now use this transition, you don't go straight into a Schmetterling. Just keep those pendulums going until you feel, oh, it's coming, and then gather. So get all the weight onto leader's right foot, follower's left foot, arm in, so I can see, oh, A up, we're going to be doing something different. And then we're going to do the forward Schmetterling. Collect, hold, we go round, 2, 3, 4. I think with the music we might have to wait another 2 bars, I can't remember. When it comes on, I'll know.
If it's the Beautiful Blue Dandy playing, you'll go straight in.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, when it comes on, you'll see what to do. And then forward, collect, back, into hold, round, and round, and round, and round. Okay, so we're going to get up to there. I think we can repeat it after that.
Yes.
I think it repeats. We can do it twice. Right. Are we ready, everybody, for a go to music? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, not much of an intro. We're going to try it all the way through.
Beautiful Blue Danube?
The Beautiful Blue Danube. You face that way. Because I've uploaded it to YouTube. So if you haven't seen it already today, I've uploaded it. It's on Ballroom Dance UK. I think on YouTube it's Ballroom Dance, all one word. No, Ballroom Dance UK is all one. I can't remember. It's Ballroom Dance UK anyway. So, and I've uploaded it today. Right, okay. You ready? Yep, it's on. And 1. With the checks. Round we go, quarter turn, 2, 3, 4, pendulum, get ready, and here we go, forward, round we go, it's straight in, and forward, and backward, round we go. Okay, and that's our first phrase. So you can see we've tried to make it work with the music. We've got that 3 count of 8 intro. You can feel it build, but it goes kind of instrumental, quite a light instrumental for the first 4, and it builds for the second 4. So again, we've tried to create something that matches this music, but you'd have to tweak it for other tracks.
Yes, you can feel it in the phrasing of the music, and that's how the music was written. It was written so you could dance to it. All this music that Strauss wrote was all for dancing. And just to sort of fill you on a little bit of information, he actually wrote over 500 waltzes and quadrilles that were actually published. He wrote many more of that, and Friday night I'll give you a little bit more information about that, because there was conflict with his 2 brothers, and that's why it led into this discrepancy as to what was a traditional Viennese dance at a slow pace and an international Viennese being danced so much quicker, which is really a German waltz. But at Johann Strauss the Younger, his orchestra was invited to Paris to perform in Paris. And because Paris was building up as a centre of arts then, he thought when he got to his first venue, he thought he would speed the music up a bit to make it more livelier. And the critics the following morning and his audience were absolutely shocked, because they complained they couldn't dance to the music because he'd speeded it up. And the speed he was going at then was only just a tiny bit faster than what we're doing now, and they complained it was too quick because they couldn't dance to it. So it just shows you how much slower the Viennese was being danced then and what it should be compared to what they're dancing now at 60 beats a minute.
Okay, so we're going to stay with the 50 though, we're not going to move it up to 60.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And we'll do it a few times, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our first half of it.
Mm-hmm.
We do repeat it again.
Yes. You might have noticed at the end of it there, we did full quarter turns with the box waltz, so we ended up where we
Just so we could start again.
Start again.
The alternative would be to do almost no turn.
Yes.
But again, you use these parts, these stationary parts,
you would traditionally
to actually reposition yourself.
Yes, yes.
So
traditionally, with the room, you would do quarter turns, a quarter turn box waltz to get yourself in position, because you would always start it facing diagonal.
Okay, so we'll have another go. We'll have another 2 goes at least.
Mm-hmm.
Any issues with it, let us know, and really specifically whereabouts you may not feel
a bit uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, and we'll have a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if we just dance it through twice, so if at home you would prefer to watch, please do. If you want to join in, even better. And then, but feel as though you can just let us know any parts that don't feel quite right. Most of the hearts are coming back, but just in case. Here we go, and sides. Feel that band come in for the big rotation round. It goes lighter. And it builds as we go round. Shall we try it again? Here we go, straight in. From the very beginning. So we've got 2. Okay. Oh, it's all gone quiet. Is that because you all danced it? Well, let's hope so. This will be nice on the ship. That's Avril. Avril teaches on the ship.
Okay, yes.
It will be good after plenty of practice. Yeah. Oh, yes. Should we try it again?
Yes.
We're going to try it again. Now, we've given it to you as a routine of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So we just played with it, particularly the first part of the Blue Danube. But of course, you can do forward schmetterlings, you could do backward ones, you can do pendulums, you could do box waltzes. The only thing we haven't done is a reverse waltz.
Yes.
That's the only thing we haven't touched on. But that wasn't introduced for...
Mid to late 1800s.
Yeah, so we are doing right at the beginning, the authentic Viennese Waltz.
And at some stage, we may, while we're on lockdown, we may well come back to it.
Yes.
Because you will all be familiar with your step-side close waltz.
Yeah.
And that was what Johann Strauss, when he invented this, introduced. Because prior to that, the English waltz was danced, number 1, as a step-side close but not in hold, and the only time the body parts came together was a gloved lady's hand, and it was there like this, and they swapped sides, and that was an English waltz going back to Henry VIII's time. So when they came into hold, with the Viennese Waltz, the traditional Viennese, you can see
How
why.
raunchy.
Oh yes, you can see why the Archbishop of Canterbury almost had a heart attack.
Mm.
And what it was is that when it was danced, as we danced the box waltz here, like this, that the lady's dress or skirt lifted slightly, and you could see the ankle. And that was absolutely appalling to see a lady's ankle. Yes.
Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll do it as we've just done it,
Mm-hmm.
2 sequences of
You may
it.
see your ankle.
You might, I do apologise everybody if you see my ankles. I think we do it twice
Yes.
to music,
Mhm.
and then we will just make sure you're all okay,
Mhm.
and then we will do a last one. We're going to let it go, and you can do what you want.
Yeah.
You can just make it up.
Yeah, sit down and have a gym break or something.
Yeah, G&T. I don't know if it is adult on tonight. Okay, so we're going to stay with the Blue Danube,
Yes.
because the first section of this does fit. Are we ready, everybody? So we're going to do it twice through, like we've just done it. Then we'll break, then we'll keep the music running, and that'll be the end. So, yeah. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Our checks. Box waltz. Pendulum to prepare. Schmetterling. I'll lead. Backward Schmetterling. Okay, start again, and side. Okay. So, how did it go, everybody? We've still got people watching. We said, oh, we'll only do half an hour tonight.
So, just while she's sorting things out, I'll give you a little bit more information.
No, we're okay.
Johann Strauss, the father, he died in 1849, and he was only 45 years old. He'd had problems while travelling, constantly working with his lungs and respiratory problems, and he died of pneumonia. So Johann was fairly young, really. So what happened at that time is that Johann spoke to his father's orchestra. He brought them both together, both orchestras together, and called it the Johann Strauss Orchestra, which is what the orchestra that became really famous. And of course, Johann started to travel all over Europe, to Russia, back to Britain again, and was constantly working and writing at the same time. And also Johann started to suffer with his health as well, because he was constantly working. He was the proverbial workaholic. He never stopped either writing, composing, or performing, or practicing, or travelling. And then it came round to the early part of the 1860s, and he wrote prolifically, and that's when he actually, in 1864, started to write this very waltz, The Beautiful Blue Danube.
That's its full name.
Yes, by the side of the beautiful Blue Danube.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of what's just coming in, I think it's gone really well. I think people have done really well with it.
Oh, good.
It's not the best dance for a tiny space.
No.
So well done, everybody.
Yes.
So, Susie Early's come on with a morning cuppa.
Oh, yes. Just we go round about 7
Yeah.
o'clock every time, wouldn't it?
Michelle's got a dash. Bye, Michelle.
Oh, right.
Okay, so let's do, Jill Davis will work on this by Friday. So this, Joe, not sure how many glasses of wine. That's gone really well, Joe. We're just going to play the music in its entirety all the way through.
Yes.
I think we did it 2 sequences, and it does finish with that phrase in the music, doesn't it? But musically, it's quite nice to repeat the Schmetterling again, isn't it?
Yes.
So musically, if you do another, after we've done the backward one and we've twirled round, if you go for another forward one and twirl round and a backward one, it does fit nicely with the music. So we might do that, I don't know. I'm going to follow. I'm just going to see what you're going to do. Nobody watch us now. This is going to go horribly, horribly wrong.
I'll
okay. You all promise at home to dance and not watch this
I'll
one.
just carry on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go have a drink.
She's going to have a gin and tonic.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do my super best to follow now.
Yes.
Right, here we go. Last one, everybody, all the way through. Well done, me.
Yeah, you didn't find that easy, did you? Right.
Nobody rewind that and watch that back.
But as we danced that round, that could all be done straight down the
Yeah.
line. And then you realise that some of the things we've not actually gone through, when you get to the short side of the room, that's when the natural turns came in. And that's what they did for a very long time. And even though they introduced reverse turns in the mid to late 1800s, for many balls, they only ever did the natural turns.
Yeah. Without getting too technical, you might think it odd that counterintuitive, that if you're rotating to the right and you're moving round to the left, but actually it's much easier because you're cutting the corner off. The really hard thing is to do reverses on a reverse direction, because you're actually adding to each turn. So it's actually much easier to do naturals clockwise.
Going round.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it made sense.
So, we hope you've enjoyed that.
Yes.
We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
Yes.
We'll keep on, as we come on, certainly Friday and Saturday, I'll try and give you some much more, history as we go along with bits of things for you. And you'll see how the actual waltz itself started to develop.
On Friday, we're not going to add any more to that. We'll recap it on Friday, and we'll try it to different music as well, and maybe ad-lib, if you want to, try it ad-libbing. And we are going to walk the Viennese swing, which I'm sure a lot of you know already, but we'll try it, yeah. So if you don't know it, it's going to take about 10-15 minutes tops. It's a real quick walkthrough. It's very easy. Okay, so that's Friday.
So,
And the ball on Saturday. And we want you to send your photos in, please, on Saturday. And then we'll have a look at them on the pre-dance drink section.
Yes.
At 6:45.
you decide what you're wearing yet?
Black and white.
Okay. I'll probably go with black and white as well. Make it easy.
I might wear an evening dress.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, black
Right.
and white evening dress.
So, from us to you,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. We should be back live on Friday evening at 7 p.m. It'll be on a repeat of tonight, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So we look forward to seeing you on Friday. Stay well, enjoy yourselves, keep dancing if you can, enjoy the sunshine, and we shall see you Friday.
See you Friday.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Mwah.